Hello everyone, I'm Alessio. You probably won't know me. I'm a 19-year-old who's trying to break out of the traditional path. And I'm not gonna accept anymore being mediocre. Hello everyone, I'm Alessio. You probably won't know me. Hello everyone, I'm Alessio. You probably won't know me, but I'm a 19-year-old who's trying to break out of the traditional path and strive for excellence. There was there wasn't a particular time when I understood that mediocrity wasn't good for me and that I wouldn't want to settle in my life for mediocrity. It was a process. I I figured it out during school. I was bored. I felt limited, and I felt that the constraints of the traditional path couldn't let me couldn't let me live the best life I could live and I could strive for. And that's why I decided to rebel. And I know that it's a strong word, but rebellion for me is necessary. It's not an option. And rebellion doesn't mean we have to disrupt the old system to create a new one. We can just decide the rules that doesn't apply to our vision and don't follow that and don't follow those. We can actually decide what we want to take with us of the old world and transcending it create a new kind of reality where we take with us the good old rules and we create new ones for the behaviors we don't think the old rules are good enough. My journey begins at school, like I said, and it's a long process of thinking about my situation, thinking whether or not to take the leap, and realizing that in June that I didn't want to procrastinate anymore. The important dates are early June, no, middle June. I think it was something like the 17th of June 2025 this year when I decided to tell my parents I wanted to start creating a new life for myself, that I didn't need them to change anything in particular, just to let me work. Then the other important date is September the 1st, a week ago, when I decided to join a school community, Young Achievers, and thank you, Vincent, for the community, where I really felt at home. I really felt understood, and I felt that someone else was on the same path and was willing to connect with me. And then I think that every day is important from since the 1st of September, because every day I improved my strategy. I gain I gained more insights, and then I did subtle changes to my strategy to really meet my needs and the market asks, the market questions. Then um, this one now it's a bit difficult because I want to show you how podcast will be different from the other noise online, the endless noise online. And I don't really know yet. I can say that my goal is to create a space where you can see my journey, my flows, my strengths, understand what what is actually going on in my life, in my improvement life. And then I'll have some guests that will talk about their life, their advice. My goal is to create a space for young visionaries like me that are searching for something that not only does gives us advice for the 100 million version of themselves, but also that does understand the $0 version of themselves and speaks directly to them, at least at the start. Then in the future, maybe I could change something, and maybe with some guests address more the 100 million versions, and with some in other episodes talk to the $0 versions. But that's my goal. The community I'm trying to build here is a supportive community, and the next step will be to really start networking with whoever wants to connect with me and create a community that is always striving for excellence and is always trying to improve and is trying to compete against the yesterday ourselves. So now my three words, the most important words for me are arete, freedom, and metanoia. Arete means excellence. It's the highest potential one could possibly strive for and achieve. Metanoia means deep and continuous change. It's a profound transformation we have in ourselves, and we need to really improve because the mindset changes, the ideas, the opinions, the behaviors, the habits, all changes. And without metanoia, we can't really improve. And then freedom. Freedom is my end goal. It's something subjective, maybe, but for me it means being free to choose when and where to work, who to work with, and where to live, when to travel, where to travel. Being free from a location constraint, from a time constraint, and a money constraint. For today, that's all. And next week, I'll post the next one.